Good morning, students. This is 9th Standard Science 2, Term 1. Today's video is a revision video for your upcoming unit test. In your upcoming unit test, students, you are going to revise Unit 17, Animal Kingdom. Let's do revision. Topics from the lesson. Let's discuss the topics we have studied before. Taxonomy. Taxonomy is the science of classification which makes the study of wide variety of organisms easier. It helps us to understand the relationship among different group of animals. Classification of the living organisms. Classification is the ordering of organism into groups on the basis of their similarities, dissimilarities, and relationship. Basis for classification. In basis for classification, we have studied level of organization, that is whether the organism is made up of single cell or multicellular. Then symmetry, plan of arrangement of body parts inside the body, how the body parts are arranged. There are two types, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Basis of classification is also done by germ layers, that is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. And coelom, the presence of body fluid is called coelom. So the classification of the living organism is done in this order. The higher category of the classification is kingdom, then follows phylum, then class, then order, family, genus and species. This is the order you have to write in the exam if a question is asked. Don't change the order. This is the correct order. Classification of kingdom Animalia based on fundamental features. This lesson is about animals, so it is Animalia. Kingdom Animalia. Kingdom, below kingdom, kingdom Animalia, that is multicellular. Animals are made up of multicellular, means many cells. Level of organization. There are two types. Cellular level means single cell or developed by only cells, that is porifera. Example, it doesn't have symmetry, there are no body parts, it doesn't have coelom, no body cavity. Next level is tissue, organ and organ system. When the organism is having tissue, organs and organ system, and this is divided into two symmetries, radial and bilateral. Then, basing on the body cavity, three types, acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and coelomates. Acoelomate without coelom means no body fluid. Pseudocoelomate, false coelom, may be or may not be present. Coelomate, true coelom, true body fluid is present. Phylum, examples of all this, Porifera, Colenterata, Platyhelminthes, Esculenthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. This is the classification of kingdom Animalia. Next is binomial nomenclature. Binomial means bi means two, nomial means names. Two names are given to one organism. Carolus Linnaeus introduced the method of naming the animals with two names known as binomial nomenclature. The first name is called genus and the first letter of the genus is denoted in capital. The second one of the species is known as species and it is denoted in small letter. Here are few examples of the organism, common name of the organisms and binomial name or scientific name also we can say. Go through your textbook, students. It is very important. If you have textbook, you can go through the lesson and it will be easy for you to understand. Next topic is invertebrata. What is invertebrata? Animals which do not have backbone. Animals which do not have backbone are called invertebrata. They are soft organisms like earthworms, caterpillar. They don't have backbones. These are invertebrate animals. In this again divisions are done. First one is phylum Porifera, sponges in water. If you have seen an aquatic water inside, you can see sponge like things which are attached on the ground. They are called phylum Porifera. They come under Porifera. Phylum Coelenterata. Coelenterata are aquatic organism, mostly marine and few freshwater forms. They are multicellular, radially symmetrical animals. Example, jellyfish. Phylum Platyhelminthes. These are known as flatworms. They are a bilaterally symmetrical triploblastic. Triploblastic means 3 germ layers. Acoelomate. No body cavity in them. Phylum Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes are bilaterally symmetrical triploblastic animals. The body cavity is pseudocoelom, means false body cavity. They are parasitic in nature. Parasite means they depend on the other organism for food. Example, roundworms. Or they can survive separately in the soil and water. They may live in soil or parasitic. Both ways they can survive. Example, roundworms. Phylum Annelida, example, earthworm. They are bilaterally symmetrical triploblastic first true coelomate. First true coelomate means they have body cavity. Setae and parapodia are locomotor organs. Example, earthworm. Phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda is the largest phylum of the animal kingdom. They are bilateral symmetrical, triploblastic and coelomate animals. The body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Example, cockroach. Phylum Mollusca. Phylum Mollusca, they are diversified group of animals living in fresh water. Body is bilaterally symmetrical, soft and without segments. Example, octopus, or you can take snails. Phylum Echinodermata. Spiny skinned animals. They are exclusively free living marine animals. They are found in water. Locomotion is affected by tube feet. Body wall is covered with spiny hard shells which you can see in starfish. Next is phylum Chordata. Chordata are characterized by the presence of notochord. What is notochord? Notochord is a long rod-like support along the back of the animal separating the gut and the nervous tissue. All chordates are triploblastic and coelomate animals. Triploblastic means 3 germ layers are present. Coelomate means body cavity is present. Phylum Chordata is divided into Prochordata and Vertebrata. Prochordata and vertebrata. This prochordata is again divided into two, urochordata and cephalochordata. Vertebrata is the separate subphylum. In urochordata, notochord is present only in the tail region. In cephalochordata, the notochord is present throughout the entire length of the body. In vertebrate, there is a vertebral column or backbone is present. The animals which are having backbone are called vertebrates. These vertebrates are again divided into two, vertebrates without jaws, vertebrates with jaws. Jaws means two halves of the mouth. You can open your mouth. Some animals cannot open their mouth because their mouth will be round in shape. Some can open their mouth. The animals which do not have jaws are cyclostomata, example hagfish. Vertebrates with jaws, animals having backbone and they have jaws which they can open widely. Example, pisces, that is shark or fishes, amphibia, frog, reptilia, lizard, class avis, that is pigeon, ostrich or birds, class mammalia, example rabbit and man. These all are vertebrates with jaws. Are you clear, students? Please remember this and read this mind map. It is very important. Revision textbook pages 208 and 209 in your textbook. Let's get started and note down each and every answer clearly in your classwork or in your textbook. Do get the textbooks and start reading. This is your textbook pages, textbook exercises. Important points. Important points. Now let's read one by one. Important points are in the form of fill in the blanks. So let's find out the answers of each one. First one is find the group having only marine members. Marine means water animals. Find the group. Echinodermata. Mesoglea is present in dash. It is present in Colenterata. Write down, students, please make a note of all the answers. Next week it will be easy for you to answer the questions asked in unit test. Which one of the following pairs is not a poikilothermic animal? Which one? Fishes and amphibians. Identify the animals having a four-chambered heart. Crocodile. The animal without skull is dash. The animal without skull is dash. Ecrania. The animal without skull is Ecrania. Hermaphrodite organisms are dash. Hermaphrodite organisms are dash. They are Hydra, tapeworm, ascaris and earthworm. You have to write the examples. Poikilothermic organisms are fish, frog, lizard and snake. Air sacs and pneumatic bones are seen in bird. Very good. Next. Excretory organ of tapeworm is dash. Excretory means removing waste material from the body. That organ of tapeworm is known as flame cells. Water vascular system is found in dash. Water vascular system is found in dash. Where it is found? Starfish. The skeletal framework of porifera is dash. The skeletal framework of porifera is dash. Spicules. Ctenidia are respiratory organs in dash. Ctenidia are respiratory organs in dash. Where it is present? Respiratory means respiration. It is present in octopus. Skates are dash fishes. Skates are dash fishes. What type of fishes? Cartilaginous fishes. Cartilaginous fishes. The larva of an amphibian is dash. The larva of an amphibian. Amphibians means frog. What is the baby frog called? Tadpole. Dash are jawless vertebrates. We have seen the mind map. Dash are jawless vertebrates. Cyclostomes. Cyclostomes. Dash is the unique characteristic feature of mammal. What is the special characteristic feature in mammals like rabbit and man? Placenta. Spiny anteater is an example for dash mammal. Spiny anteater is an example for dash mammal. Egg-laying mammal. Egg-laying mammal. Write true or false. Here in false you have to write the correct answer also, correct statement also. Shall we see? Yes. Canal system is seen in colenterate. Canal system is seen in colenterate. True or false? False. It is seen in porifera. You have to write false and you have to write the correct answer also. Okay, students? Yes. Hermaphrodite animals have both male and female sex organs. Is it true? They have both male and female sex organs? True. Trachea are the respiratory organ of Annelida. Respiratory means breathing. Is it true or false? False. It is the respiratory organ of Arthropoda. Bipinnaria is the larva of mollusca. Bipinnaria is the larva of mollusca. True or false? False. It is the larva of Echinodermata. Balanoglossus is a ciliary feeder. Balanoglossus is a ciliary feeder. True. Fishes have two-chambered heart. True or false? True. Skin of reptilians are smooth and moist. Skin of reptilians are smooth and moist. False. The skin of reptilians have scales. They are not smooth and moist. They are very rough because they have scales. Reptilians means lizard. Lizard, snakes. How they are? Wings of birds are the modified forelimbs. What is forelimbs? We are having hands. That is forelimb. Legs are hind limbs. The hands are said to be forelimbs. The legs are said to be hind limbs. So what it is telling? Wings of birds are the modified forelimbs. True. Female mammals have mammary glands. Mammary glands means they produce milk to feed the young ones. That is available only in female mammals. True. Are you clear, students? Write down each and every question and answer in your science classwork. Next, match the following. Here all the phylums are given and their examples. Match the phylum with the correct example. Shall we do it? Yes. Colenterata, Hydra, Platyhelminthes, tapeworm, Echinodermata, starfish, mollusca, snail. Did you understand? For your clear study, I will mention with numbers also. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, students, are you clear? Yes. Now answer in short. You have to answer each question in a short way, like 2 lines, 3 lines. Definitions. Here first question is define taxonomy. Define taxonomy. What it is? The theoretical study of classification which includes its basic principles, procedures and rules. The theoretical study of classification which includes its basic principles, procedures and rules to classify the organism. What is nematocyst? What is nematocyst? The stinging cells present at the tentacle of aquatic animals like jellyfish. Stinging cells means they are very sharp. The jellyfish uses for protection. It is present on their tentacles. Tentacles means long thread-like structures present on their body. At the end of the thread, they will be having sharp stinging cells. In phylum Colenterata is called nematocyst. Nematocyst. Why colenterats are called diploblastic animals? Do you remember what is diploblastic? Yeah, presence of germ layers. If there are 3 germ layers, triploblastic. Here diploblastic means 2 germ layers. The animals in phylum Colenterats have 2 layers of the outer ectoderm and the inner endoderm. Diploblastic, di means 2. 2 layers of outer ectoderm and the inner endoderm in the body wall. So they are called diploblastic animals. List the respiratory organs of amphibians. Give the list of the respiratory organs. What is respiration? Breathing. How does the amphibians breathe? Give the list. The respiratory organs of amphibians are gills, lungs, skin and pharyngeal region. The respiratory organs of amphibians are gills. If it is in water, it will breathe through gills. If it is on the land, it will breathe through lungs, skin and pharyngeal region. Are you clear, students? Make a note of each and every question and answer. How does locomotion take place in starfish? Locomotion means movement. How can you see the movement of starfish? Locomotion is affected by tube feet. The starfish is in the form of a star. Each corner is like tube-like structure which help the starfish to move. Are jellyfish and starfish similar to fishes? Give reason. Are jellyfish and starfish similar to fishes? Give reason. No. Jellyfish and starfish are not similar to fishes because they belong to different phylums. Jellyfish belongs to cnidarians, starfish belongs to echinodermata, and fishes belongs to pisces. The three different fishes belongs to three different phylums, so they are not similar to fishes. Why are frogs said to be amphibians? Why are frogs said to be amphibians? The frogs have dual adaptation. Dual means two. Adaptation means living. Dual adaptation in land and aquatic environments. It will live on land as well as in water. So they are called amphibians. Frogs can live both on land and in water. Students, are you making note of everything? Very good. Answer in brief. We have completed answer in short. Now answer in brief. Give an account on phylum Annelida. You have to write about phylum Annelida. Let's see and learn, and you have to note it down. The animals in phylum Annelida are segmented worms. Segmented means, did you see earthworm? Yeah, how the body of the earthworm looks. Circle, 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 like circles it will look. So those circles are said to be segments. Example, earthworms, leeches, and a group of marine worms. Segmented body shows metamerism, which means the property of having repeated homologous organs in each segment. Segmented body shows same circles. Why? Because the inside body parts will be same. The animals possess body cavity called coelom. They have body cavity. So what is the body cavity called? Coelom. Some organisms show movable bristles called setae. Some organisms move. They show the movement of the body due to the help of setae. With the help of setae in their body, they show the movement of the body from one place to the other. This is phylum Annelida. Differentiate between flatworms and roundworms. Okay, let's see. Flatworms and roundworms, they belong to two different phylums. The flatworms come under phylum Platyhelminthes. The roundworms come under phylum Nematoda. Flatworms have a dorsiventrally flattened body. Roundworms have cylindrical body with tapering at one end. Tapering means a curve. Flatworms do not have cuticle. Roundworms have an outer covering called cuticle. Flatworms are parasitic in nature. Parasitic means they depend on other organisms for food. But roundworms live either on water or in soil. They live both in water and soil. Did you understand, students? Flatworms belongs to Platyhelminthes phylum. Roundworms belongs to Nematode phylum. Flatworms have flat body. Roundworms have cylindrical body. Flatworms do not have cuticle. Roundworms have outer covering called cuticle. Flatworms are parasitic in nature. Roundworms live either on water or in soil. Outline the flow charts of phylum Chordata. Do you remember this mind map of phylum Chordata? Yes, it is very important. In the starting of the video only I told you this is very important. Draw the mind map in your book and read. List 5 characteristic features of fishes. How many? 5 characteristic features of fishes. How can you find out whether this is a fish? Let's see. Fishes are poikilothermic. The body has covering of scales. Respiration is done by gills. The body is differentiated into head, trunk and tail. Remember the fish in your mind and read this answer. It is very easy. Body muscles are arranged into segments called myotomus. Myotomus. Comment on the aquatic and terrestrial habits of amphibians. What we have studied, amphibians are dual adaptation, means they live both on land and as well as in water. But how? How? When suddenly if they come out of the water, they can survive. If they go suddenly into the water, they can survive. How is this adaptation done by amphibians? The transition from aquatic to terrestrial living is clearly indicated in amphibian. It is clearly seen in amphibian, that is frog only. Keep the frog in your mind and read this answer. They are the first vertebrates to live on land. First vertebrates. What is vertebrate? Presence of backbone. Amphibians have dual adaptation. Just now we studied. Amphibians have dual adaptation, that is living in aquatic and land environments. The double life is called amphibious. The double life is called amphibious. In frogs, the hind limbs have webbed feet. What is hind limbs? I told you. The legs which we have are said to be hind limbs. For frog, these hind limbs have webbed feet. Did you see duck feet? They are attached with a soft skin. In the same way, frogs' hind limbs are having webbed feet. The skin is moist and glandular, usually without scale. The skin is very moist and glandular, usually without scale. Respiration is by gills if the frog is in water. Lungs, skin and pharyngeal region if the frog is on the land. The heart has 3 chambers with 2 auricles and a single ventricle. Fertilization is external. It happens externally, means outside. The larva is a tadpole. What is larva? Baby frog. That is called tadpole, which is metamorphosed into an adult, which later develops into an adult. How are the limbs of the birds adapted for avian life? How are the limbs? Limbs means hands, legs. How are they modified in birds? Avian life means air, flying in the air. Birds have spindle-shaped body. Spindle-shaped body. The 4 limbs are modified as forelimbs. Remember, hands are modified, are developed as wings. For what? For aerial locomotion, to fly in the air. The air sacs present in the birds make the bird lightweight. The air sacs are present in the bones, pneumatic bones, air sacs which are present in their tissues help the bird to fly in the sky and make it very lightweight. It is very lightweight. The body is covered with feathers. The body is covered with feathers. Now answer in detail. We have studied short answers, we have studied brief answers, now detail, long answers. Detail means long answers and very important answers. Describe the characteristic features of different prochordates. Prochordates we have seen in the mind map. Let's see. First, what is prochordata? The prochordates are considered as the forerunner of vertebrates. They are the first forerunners of vertebrates based on the nature of the notochord. Notochord means rod-like structure which supports the body. Prochordata is classified into subphylum Urochordata and subphylum Cephalochordata. First one is subphylum Urochordata. Notochord is present only in the tail region. Remember this, tail region of free-living larva. Free-living larva means like frog, tadpole. After hatching from the egg, that larva is having the notochord in its tail region. Later, adults are sessile forms and mostly degenerate. The body is covered with tunic or test. Example, Ascidian. Ascidian. This is the picture of Urochordata. Next is subphylum Cephalochordata. Cephalochordates are small fish like marine chordates with unpaired dorsal fins. They have unpaired dorsal fins to help them swim. The notochord extends throughout the entire length of the body. The notochord is extended throughout the length of the body. Example, Amphioxus. Amphioxus. Okay. Next. Give an account on phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda example, do you remember? Cockroach. Shall we read? Arthropoda is the largest phylum. First one. The organisms have jointed legs. The body is segmented into head, thorax and abdomen. The exoskeleton is made up of chitin. Exo means outside. The outside skeleton is made up of chitin. The coelomic cavity, body cavity, is filled with hemolymph. Hemo means blood. It is filled with blood. They do not have defined blood vessels. They do not have blood vessels. This is called open circulatory system. Open circulatory system. The insects shed the exoskeleton and this process is called molting. In insects, what happened? They will remove their outer skin. Did you see in snake it removes its skin after some time? It will be changing its skin. Small arthropods absorb oxygen through the body and large aquatic species breathe through gills. Land arthropods breathe through a system of tiny body tubes called trachea. This is aquatic. This is land. In aquatic, they breathe through gills. In land, they breathe through trachea. Excretion means removing of waste material from the body. Excretion occurs through Malphizian tubes and through green glands in crabs and prawns. Did you see prawns? Your mother is cutting the prawns, removing a black color tube-like thing inside the prawn. Did you see any time? That is the excretion, means removing of waste material. Students, did you note it down everything? Important points, match the following, true or false, short answers, brief answers and detail. But in this lesson you are having some more details. Shall we look through that? More to know. Notochord. Notochord is a rod-like structure formed on the mid-dorsal side of the body during embryonic development. Except primitive forms in which the notochord persists throughout life, in all other animals it is replaced by backbone. Notochord is a rod-like structure formed during embryonic development, but few organisms have very small notochord, whether it is present in the tail or in the whole of the body, but it is very flexible. But in other organisms, this notochord is replaced by backbone, like how we have backbone. It is very strong. It becomes strong in other animals. Do you know? Centipede means 100 legs, but most species have only 30 pairs. 30 pairs means 30 into 2. Millipedes have 2 pairs of legs on each segment. This name means 1000 legs, but most millipedes have only about 100. Millipedes means it is indicating 1000, number 1000, but millipedes have only 100 legs. Each segment have 2 legs. If you see caterpillar, next is octopus. Octopus is the only invertebrate that is capable of emotion, empathy, cognitive function, self-awareness, personality, and even relationships with humans. Do you know? Some speculate that without humans, octopus would eventually take over place as the dominant life form on Earth. Octopus is also having the same feelings like human beings. More to know, the smallest vertebrate, Philippine goby, dwarf pygmy goby, is a tropical species fish found in brackish water and mangrove areas in Southeast Asia, measuring only 10 millimeter in length. It is the smallest vertebrate Philippine dwarf pygmy goby fish. It is a species belonging to fish. It is very small. Do you know the Chinese giant salamander Andreas davidians is the largest amphibian in the world? Amphibian means both water and land. Its length is about 5 feet like us and 11 inches more than us. It weighs about 65 kg, found in central and south China. It is a very big amphibian. More to know. I hope you all know very well. State bird of Tamil Nadu. State bird of Tamil Nadu. Common emerald dove. State bird of Tamil Nadu. Common emerald dove. That is Calcophapus indica. The binomial nomenclature. Okay. Calcophapus indica. This is genus, this is species. More to know. The gigantic blue whale, you know the largest animal on the earth is blue whale, which is 35 meters long and 120 tons in weight, is the biggest vertebrate animal. It is the biggest vertebrate, means presence of backbone, animal on the earth. Remember, points to remember. Animals are grouped as unicellular or multicellular based on cell, tissue, organ and organ system level of organization. In radial symmetry, the body parts are arranged around the central axis. In bilateral symmetry, the body parts are arranged along the central axis. This is around, this is along. In radial, in whatever side you cut, the body parts will be present. But in bilateral, the body parts are arranged in two halves. Coelom is a fluid-filled body cavity. It separates the digestive tract from the body wall. It is a fluid-filled body cavity. Animals which do not possess notochord, means which do not have notochord structure, are called as invertebrates or non-chordates. Animals which possess notochord or backbone are called as chordates. The prochordates are considered as the forerunner of vertebrates. They are the first vertebrates. Glossary. Important words. Definitions of the important words present in your lesson. Acoelomates means animals which do not have a body cavity, no body cavity. Amphibian, cold-blooded vertebrate animal of a class that comprises the frog, toads and salamanders, means they have dual adaptation. Annelida, phylum that comprises the segmented worms which include earthworms and leeches. Aves, vertebrates having backbone which comprises the birds. Coelomates, animals which have a true coelom, means true body fluid, earthworm and frog. What is classification? Arrangement of group of animals, the member of which have one or more characteristic in common. Mammals, warm-blooded vertebrate animals that possess hairs, mammary glands and feed their young ones. These are called mammals. Pseudocoelomate means false body cavity which is not bounded by true epithelial lining. Example, roundworm. They don't have any body cavity. Toads, anurans with smooth skin than that of frogs, terrestrial and leap rather than jump. Toads means they are like frogs only, but they do not jump like frog. They crawl on the land or in the water. Mostly they will be in the water swimming. So students, I hope you are clear with this revision video. Do make a note of all the questions and answers, important points, everything. Do read the textbook once again. Do see this video again. And all the best for your upcoming unit test. Thank you.